Okay everybody, here's a quick video tutorial on how to go from having a mask in Photoshop that we've carefully projection mapped onto your physical objects and use it in After Effects. So as a reminder here, the image size of this document that I made in Photoshop completely matches one-to-one to the size of the projected image. That's very, very important, and also as per the guidelines in the PDF that I posted onto Canvas under Pages, we made this image at 100% scale. Remember, Command 0 goes to 95% and Command plus in Photoshop will get you to 100%, just to ensure that we're really mapping out the entire scene at a full one-to-one 100% resolution. So in Photoshop, the first step is to make sure that we name our layers. Okay, so over in the layers here, I've got this thing called Shape 1. I'm going to call this Projection Map. Okay, and there we go, that's good. Now I will go ahead and do a file, save as, and I'm going to save this in my case just down to the desktop. I'm going to call it Mask Park. Very good. Now that I've got that in After Effects, I'm going to come into After Effects, and this is assuming we've got a kind of a brand new document. Right off the bat, I'm going to just hit Command-I or File Import and import that mask file. So I'm going to look for that Photoshop file, go to Desktop, and I'm going to go down and find my Mask Park, there it is. Now right here, before we click OK, where it says Import As, Footage is the default. I suggest you set this to Composition. Okay? Doing that will turn all the layers in that Photoshop file into its own composition. So I'm just going to click OK. And now I've got something called Mask Park as its own comp here. You can kind of see this in this project window. If you don't see this project window here, it may be hiding underneath these little arrows. So there, I'm going to double click to go inside of Mask Park. And here are the two layers of my Photoshop file, the background and the projection map. Okay, so I don't even care about the background anymore. I'll turn the eyeball off on that. And so here I have just that mask, which now fits one-to-one with what we're trying to do with our scene. Now, part of this video I really want to kind of point out is how to use this in a sketch. So what I'm going to do is go grab a video file. So I'm just going to go to File, Import, and I'm going to grab any video. For testing today, you can use video that you shot with your smartphone or something that you pull off the internet. Anything like that's fine, just to make sure this works. I'll choose this MP4 file. Okay, so I'm going to drag my MP4 file down into my timeline, and I'm going to make sure that the video file is bigger than the mask. Right? You can kind of imagine how that might be important. So there, now I make sure that the video is bigger than the mask, and the key part here is to make sure that the mask, in this case what we call projection map, goes on top of your video. Okay, so there it is. Now I really don't want to move the map around, right, that mask, because its placement is really key. But the video file itself, we can totally move the video around to match. Okay, so there it is. Okay, now what we're really looking for is to tell After Effects that this video, the MP4 file in my case, is being masked out by the PSD file, or in this case, this thing called projection map. So I'm going to go to Carbon Feed here, that's my video file, and what I'm really looking for is something in the menu system here called Track Matte. Okay, I don't see Track Matte here, and that's because down at the bottom, if you don't see it, there's something here that says Toggle Switches and Modes. Click on that if you don't see this category called Track Matte. There it is. So for Track Matte, for your video file, where it says None, we're going to click on that, and we're going to choose Alpha Matte, and the name of the matte, or like the mask it's going to use, is always the layer that sits right above it, in this case, Projection Map. So I'm going to specifically choose Alpha Matte Projection Map. I'll click on that. And what does it do? Everything that was inside, or the alpha channel being 100% of that blue mask shape, now becomes opaque pixels for my video, and everything underneath it does not. It doesn't fit in there anymore. Okay, so there we go. Now everything is masked out, and that's going to kind of be enough to get you going here. To preview what you're doing here through your projector in real time, set the magnification to 100%. Right there, okay, 100%. This area where it says third or full, we can just leave that at full. That's full resolution. And over in your preview menu, and we might need to pull this sort of margin down to see all these options for preview menu. But here we have something that says full screen. Okay, we'll click on full screen. What you probably want to do is set that to full screen and set this resolution to full. And play from, you probably want play from to be from the current time. That means wherever the playhead is here, we're going to go ahead and play it from that location. To get this to run, I'm going to hit the space bar. Okay, I'm going to hit the space bar here. What the space bar will do will be to start to save those frames into RAM at 100%. And when it's done, you can click the space bar again or click on the mouse and it will play for you. And it should be playing at 100% there. So that's going to be your way to test out an image or a video file. It will work with a still image too, but a video file is more rewarding to stick that kind of right in and use that pen-shaped mask that you made in Photoshop to truly mask out a video file. Alright, I hope that helps everyone. Good luck.